What's up, guys? It's Michael, and this is my revamped Ice Barrier deck for September 2013 format. And some changes in there. I changed a lot of things, added a tech card or so, but I'm gonna show you guys how it works, or I'm gonna show you guys my deck profile, and then I'll tell you how it works. So I'm running one Gores because I just felt like Gores was necessary because sometimes it could get real slow in the game, and if you don't want to get OTK'd, you need the Gores because Ice Barriers plays pretty slow, and he's a level 7, which can allow you to get your rank 7 Exceed monsters. Then I run 3 General Guntala. He's basically your boss ice monster, and what he does is once per turn, during your end phase, you can select and special summon one Ice Barrier monster from your graveyard except General Guntala. So that means if you have this on the field and you have, let's say, like Strategist or Defender or Prior, then you can pick them back up at the end phase. And then you have things like, then I have Triple Title, because synergy works with this deck and it's a level 7, so along with these two, Gores and General Guntala, which basically means more access to your rank 7s. Title's a good card in this deck because it chains pretty well with everything, allowing you to make some big pushes. And then I run 3 Strategist of the Ice Barrier, and what he does is once per turn you can send one Ice Barrier monster from your hand to your graveyard to draw a card. So what you would usually do with this, let's say you draw into a Strategist, a Defender, and a Prior. Basically what you would do is, if you want to sit on your monsters and hope they don't dark hole you the second turn, you could go Strategist into, and then you dump Defender, pick up another card, it could be whatever, then special summon Prior with its effect, and then activate its effect, dump it into the graveyard, and then pick up Defender of the Ice Barrier again. Basically, I'll tell you what its effect when we get to it. So that's a basic strategy. Or you can dump Guntala, special summon Prior, and then and then you can activate its effect next turn to get Guntala. So, and then I run 2 Goblinbergs. I tech these in here because I was using Tin Goldfish before, but then I realized that Tin Goldfish it has to be a level 4. I mean, I was using it because it was a water, so it would work with Surface. But Goblinberg works a lot better. Wait, Fish, Sea Serpent, or Aqua type? Okay, so it works with this. Okay, yeah. So I was using Tin Goldfish, but Tin Goldfish, you have to special summon a level 4 monster, and the only level 4 monster I have in this deck is Strategist or another Goblinberg, and the chances of me drawing those together pretty low. But with Goblinberg, I can at least throw out a Defender in my hand if I need to, and then with that I can just Exceed summon into Synchro summon into something, because that Defender's a tuner. And then I run 2 Tour Guides. Another tech card allows me to get into Nightmare Shark or Levier or Mech-Equipped Engineer or Zenmains. Works pretty well. And then I run 2 Defender of the Ice Barrier, and what this card does is when you control another face-up Ice Barrier monster, your opponent can't attack you if their attack is higher or equal to the defense of this card. So if their attack is 1600 or greater, they cannot attack you at all. So I mean, like, a easy way to counter this is either to destroy Defender or Watts if you just really don't want to bother with it. Watts would be a basically instant destruction of Defender, because Defender won't be able to do anything. Because Watts are all 1500 and less, I think, or 1200. Sorry. And then I run Triple Prior, which is like the MVP of this deck. Prior of the Ice Barrier, what he does is if you control a face-up Ice Barrier monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you special summon this card if you special summon this card by its own effect, then you can't activate the effect, which allows you to pick up any level 5 or higher monsters the turn you use that effect. So basically, if you dump Guntala and then special summon Prior, you won't be able to use Prior's effect to get Guntala back. You'd be only be able to pick up Defender or Strategist. So it's better off. It's better off saving this. It's better off normal summoning it. Or if you like surface. Oh wait, that's yeah. Or if you surface it and bring it back to the onto the field and dump it, blow it up, and then get Guntala. But yeah, you contribute this card to target one Ice Barrier monster in your graveyard, except Prior and special summon the target, which is really good. You can Prior into Guntala right away if you have Surface in your hand, which is really fun. It's a warrior, so you won't be able to use Surface. Then I run 2 Effect Veiler because you never know. The reason I had Effect Veiler in here because I wanted to run a BLS, but it didn't work too well, so I took out BLS, but Effect Veiler is still in here because there are some problem cards that could tank over you. One of them is Cowboy, because Cowboy is 1500. And if it's an attack position, it's 1000 attack gain. Only happens during the damage step, so they can attack your Defender and battle over it because during the damage step it goes up to 25, but it's 15, so it's under the threshold. So that's why I have Effect Veiler to negate those effects, because that could potentially screw up your formation if Defender goes down. Then I run triple Surface, and Surface is such a good card in this deck. It's why not have like triple Monster Reborn? And what this card does is target one level 3 or lower fish, sea serpent, or aqua type monster from your graveyard and special summon it in face up defense position. And so basically you can use Surface to pick up Prior and then blow up Prior or Defender, and you can get Guntala right off the bat. So good. I teched in a 7-star sword and Sacred Sword of the 7 stars. It's banish one level 7 monster from your hand or face up from your field and draw 2 cards. So usually I would banish Tidal, get its effect, and pick up another Tidal again. 1 Dark Hole, because Dark Hole's so good with this deck. You need to wipe because this deck doesn't have that much attack power if you can't get out Tidal or Guntala or any of the synchros out. So if you need to blow up the field in order to make some plays, then you're gonna have to do that. And then I teched in 1 Magic Triangle Ice Barrier. I haven't been able to use it yet, but there are times where I feel like this would be a good card, so I just put 1 in there for fun. And Magic Triangle, what it does is reveal 3 Ice Barrier monsters with different names in your hand, and select 1 card your opponent controls, destroy it, and then special summon Ice Barrier monster from your hand. You could just go right into Guntala right there. So easy. And then 3 Medallion Ice Barrier. Why not? Triple Surge for free. Why not? Add 1 Ice Barrier from your deck to your hand. 2 MST, because back row crazy now. 2 Torrential Rebirth. It's such a great card in this deck, and what it does is when a face-up water monster you control is destroyed by battle or by card effect and sent to the graveyard, special summon the monsters destroyed and sent to the field to your graveyard at that time, and then inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each of the special summon monsters. So if they Dark Hole your whole field and say you had like 4 water monsters, you can activate Torrential Rebirth, pick up all 4 monsters again, and then deal 2,000 damage directly to them, and they can't do anything about it. I mean, they can get their summon, but I think it still goes through. I don't remember. I don't know if it's inherent or not. And then I teched in 1 Wabaku because there are times where you need to protect your monsters, and if you first turn and you can't do anything, you need to put Wabaku down. Slap that Wabaku down. 1 Torrential Tribute, because why not? You can just rebirth them again with Rebirth or Surface. Triple Trap Stun. Back row can definitely mess this deck up. Compulses, Magic Cylinders, Mirror Forces. So if you need to push, Trap Stun's a good card. With Trap Stun though, you need to wait a turn. But if they don't blind MST your Trap Stun, then you can go straight into you can attack the next turn. You can go straight into Onslaught by activating Trap Stun. But they won't be able to use any traps, and you just barrage them with all your attacks. And then I finish off with one Solemn Warning because Solemn Judgment's gone. And then for my extra deck, I run one Gungnir, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. It's fun to use. It's 1200 attack, but it's a great card to use for a level 7 synchro. Because why not? One Black Rose Dragon, Bloods, because it's your only means of a Dark Hole and Heavy Storm in the same thing now. One Archetype Magician. I have this in here for the sole reason of a strategist and defender synchro. It's a good card. You can pop 2 cards on the field. It only becomes 400 attack, but if you need to pop shit, you got pop shit. One Beast God Vulcan. The only way to get Beast God Vulcan is actually no, you can just Tour Guide and Defender into it, or you can use a Dragosack token plus Defender and go into Beast God Vulcan. Beast God Vulcan is a great level 6 monster because it's a compulsion itself. You do have to return one of your own monsters, but it's okay. You can just restock your hand for strategist if you need to. And then Catastor. Why not Catastor, Prior, and Defender? Catastor is a great card still. And then for my rank 7s, I run one Mermail Gaio. Abyss Gaios? Sorry. And it's a good card. 2800 beater. And then I run one Dragosack because it's Dragosack. It's too sacky of a card. One Big Eye because another sacky card and I can run it. I run one Bahamut Shark. This is like one of the best rank 4s in this deck. You can and especially it's 2600 attack. So it's not nothing in the rank 4 category can battle over it except for Excalibur and Gemknight Pearl if it crashes it. And then I run one Gunman because I needed it a few games and I didn't have it in my deck and I was like, damn. So I put one in. And then I run 2 number 47 Nightmare Sharks. Nightmare Shark's good because you can use Bahamut Shark's effect and bring it out. And then you can attack them directly. If they have back, you can trap stun, and then if you can't battle over the monsters, just make one of your just target one of your monsters and then attack them directly. And then we have one Levier because Levier is such a good card. You can bring back some cards if they do get banished. One Mech-equipped Engineer. It's a pretty good card. If you don't want it, it does. It's once per turn during either player's turn. You can attach one XYZ material from this card, then target one face-up attack position monster that you control, change it to face-up defense position, and if you do, it cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects for that turn. So it's a great way to troll people. And then one wind-up Zenmaines because Zenmaines is it's an easy target for Tour Guide. So basically, this deck it's pretty slow. People really don't expect it when you're playing on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, but if you master the way the deck works, then you could pretty much catch people off guard and you can push for a game with a lot of things. You can easily get Tidal and Gantala out, and you have a 26 and 27 powerhouse on the field. If you don't want to rank up attack with them, then rank up into like a Dracosack. But usually, the safest way is if you get both of them out is to go into Dracosack or Dracosack because you can get tokens out and then sit on them. So it's a good way, and then you can pop cards and stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Ice Barriers are fun. I get for me they're kind of underrated, but they're such a versatile archetype. I know I'm not running that many Ice Barrier monsters, but you really don't need all of them because there's so many. There's like 2 other generals. There's General Grenard and General Raiho. They both don't work with this deck at all. And I don't use medium or Daisojo. So some people use Daisojo. I don't like tribute summoning monsters a lot because it's way too slow. But Dice Soldier is a good tech card if you make it work in your decks. I've seen a guy play with a full like Ice Barrier deck. Like there's nothing in there but Ice Barriers, and they proceeded to wreck shop. I mean, if Trishula came back, man, this deck would be a lot more fun to play around with. But since Trishula isn't back, you gotta do with what you have. And since I don't think I ever ran the baby drags in here, the baby E-dragons, so this deck really didn't change too much except changing Tinglefish to Goblinberg, and then adding Trap Stuns and Solemn Warning in a Wabaku, and add Black Rose Dragon in here. Because you need Trap Stuns if you want to push hard with Ice Barriers, because if they decimate your field, you're pretty much GG Brian D. So, hope you guys enjoy this deck, have some fun with it, and this is the updated version for the September 2013 format. So, peace and have some fun.